Hi everybody, this is Sean at SK Customs. I want to do a tech talk video on coil near plug ignition. I often get asked, do I need coil near plug ignition or should I convert to it? But first let me explain what coil near plug is. CNP, as most of you see it referred to online, is coil near plug, and that's individual coils per cylinder, as you see here. 3 on this side, 3 on that side, a crank sensor, and a cam sensor. The main benefit is a stronger spark, but you also get more precise tuning to allow tuning of each cylinder if need be. So let's say your intake manifold and your fuel rail setup isn't ideal, and you notice that the rear cylinders are slightly leaner compared to the front. So you could adjust the tune accordingly to combat those issues. You know, CNP often gets confused with COP, which is coil on plug. Most, if not all, modern vehicles have coil on plug. And like I mentioned, that's the coil on the spark plug versus these are near the spark plug with spark plug wires still attached. Now the question is, should I convert? The answer is 80% of side ties, in my opinion, don't really need it. I ran 10s on stock ignition components, just kept up with it every season. However, if you have a brand new fresh build out of the truck, it would be more ideal to do so since you would have the oil pan and the timing cover removed, so you can convert to the billet timing cover with the cam and crank sensors. You also have to machine the balancer the same thickness as the crank reluctor wheel, so there is a decent amount of work involved out of the truck even. You know, in the truck you'd have to drop the diff a little bit and the oil pan in order to get the timing cover off, and doing all that is all a risk to combat oil leaks in the future. And you just don't want all that. Do it once and do it right with everything is out of the truck. The other benefit to going coil near plug would be, in the long run, you wouldn't have to replace the distributor cap and rotor often. You know, these trucks do eat ignition components quite often. But I always suggest a fresh tune-up anyways each season. That way you know everything is fresh and ready to go. I strongly believe most people have issues due to improper plug gap, not good enough wires, or the routing of the wires is incorrect, and they just end up burning on the exhaust, or they actually aren't correct on the distributor cap as well. In conjunction with all that, I often see the base timing isn't always proper. So with all that said, you need all that stuff in order to have a solid setup for your ignition. And you just can't ditch all that and start swapping parts in order to fix your issue, because you might have something deeper. So going back to, do I need or should I convert to this? The answer is you don't need, unless you have a pretty stout stock block with like 4-bolt mains and a half-full block and you're trying to go for 10 seconds or less, or if you have a bow tie block trying to go to the moon, then yeah, I would consider doing so. But like mentioned, if you have the engine out of the truck and you want to do everything correctly to ensure no leaks, as these are not easy to address once the engine's back in the vehicle, then I would definitely do that. So I hope this helps with a better understanding of coil near plug. I will be releasing videos of tech talk each week with some valuable information, so keep a lookout. As always, click a like and follow. And this supports the whole program and allows everything to grow, and I definitely appreciate everybody. Have some pretty stout, badass trucks coming, so stay tuned and thank you.